welcome to the Urban Hermit Podcast, episode 1, with just our banter podcast. So I feel like first off the bat, Cameron Jones here with my co-host,
Mark Nussle.
Jordan Jones.
That's kind of fun. That seems familiar.
Yeah, the gang's all together, but separate. True to Urban Hermit form, we're all separate from each other, sequestered in rooms alone.
That's right.
True. I guess that will be the theme for this going on. So I guess just to kick off, in current events, there is like a snowstorm and a blizzard happening outside all of our windows, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, I'm glad you guys brought that up. You guys are going to want to check your text messages.
I saw it.
Did anybody leave the house today? I did. We're lucky.
I had to go to work.
Oh, no. What was it like out there?
It was rough. I left my car in like a pretty pristine premier spot. Not pristine because my car is like just buried in. But I didn't want to like shove myself out, lose the spot.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's Chicago dibs. You guys know about Chicago dibs, right?
Yeah, chair, cone, whatever you can place in the street.
So where are you guys at with Chicago dibs?
For people listening who don't know what it means, if you shovel out your spot on the street, your car, people will put lawn chairs, they'll put picnic tables, they'll put boxes, they'll put bowling trophies, anything to save your car spot.
Packages, boxes are bad.
And the ongoing debate that you live here, are you pro or against dibs? It will show up on the Chicago News, WGN, every first snow.
I am pro or anti-dib depending on if I'm living in the city, have a car, or a parking spot.
I'm 100% pro dibs. If you shoveled it out, you earned it.
I think if there's a storm like 2011, I don't think tonight requires a dib situation.
I don't think so yet, unless we wake up and it's
got to be 14 plus inches. I don't know what my marker is, but like if you have to spend an hour plus shoveling out a spot, no one's spending that much time shoveling out a spot.
Well, I get the frustration. And they want it back.
True. I'll tell you one thing I'm super excited about. My father-in-law has a snowblower, and I saw him out with it this morning. Huge. And I can't wait to use. I've never used a snowblower in my life. I cannot wait to try it out.
So because I've lived in the city so long, I haven't used it, but I've seen them being used. And I know once I move from the city or whenever that happens and I have my own driveway or something.
Which is the situation. There's quite a bit of driveway.
I'm 100% getting a snowblower, but I'm terrified of it slowing up, and I put my hand down there, and I'm like, uh-oh, I'll lose my fucking fingers.
It's like I lost my ring down this garbage disposal.
Exactly. Oh, that's a fear of mine.
Now you have to worry about that. You're a married man.
The garbage disposal scared me.
Well, I do too. I have a pinky
Mark's
ring.
big on rings.
He's big on rings. He's a big pinky ring guy.
The pinky ring guy.
You got a class ring for every finger.
So I actually have thought, I do want to get back to dibs, but since I've been married now, I do wear a ring. Where's the jewelry stop on me? What else can I do now that I wear jewelry?
You're iced out, you son of a bitch.
Well,
I'm actually really happy you brought that up because I have this written down as a topic. I bought an engagement ring recently for my fiance. You also went through the process, I know, because I was there for it.
Yeah, but it was awful. I don't know if people are pro or against that, but mine was just stressful.
See, here's actually the thing, though. This whole thing has inspired me
This is where we would have an ad read here's how it wouldn't be stressful. You just go to bluechew.com.
You go to bluenile.com and then you can create. No, it's still stressful no matter where you go.
The whole shopping experience opposite. I wanted to start investing in jewels and metals. And it turns out there's many places just to find little stamps of like so many ounces of
Jordan. He's been playing Spyro too much.
I don't even know what Spyro is.
Spyro the Dragon, yes.
Oh, I do know what Spyro the Dragon is.
He's into rupees and gold and glimmer and all this.
It was while I was on these
You
sites,
always
though,
have, since a young age, been into the Ruby game. I can vouch for that.
Yes, but all I'm saying is, me and my fiance have been talking about this. We want a safe, and kind of jokingly now, we want a couple stacks of some sort of precious metal in our safe. And I'm looking at silver, looking at gold.
Cool. Where do you get that?
Or where do you store it?
Yeah, I feel like that's more the question.
If you were to create a map to it with X marking the spot, can I see what that would look like?
Yeah, some sort of Fort Knox situation.
Be in my house, I'll tell you that much.
So this is what's going to end up happening. Jesus, that's unreal. Happening. That was embarrassing. I apologize. If we could start re-recording right now, that'd be nice.
He's from Iowa, folks. He's from Iowa.
No, here's what would happen if I buried gold. Do you ever make
You're saying buried. I'm getting a safe.
Yeah, sure. It starts with a safe, but you're like, this is out in the open. We're going to want to get it buried somewhere. You know what I mean?
It's in the house. Why?
It's like a time capsule. How many time capsules are buried in the back of mom and dad's house?
How do you guys think safes work?
Actually, Jordan,
Save,
I like
whatever
that
you're
time
saying.
capsule. I don't know how we're on this yet, but like, I did a time capsule with like my class grade in like third
we all
grade.
did. Of course we did.
Yeah.
Are those dug up yet?
No, they're just moldy. It became mulch.
It's just
you guys,
mold.
You didn't know it, but you were just composting. You just
I
called
put
it
a green
time
highlighter
capsule.
in there. Is that still there?
Yeah, that is because that's plastic. That'll
hear me
that'll
out,
be
though.
here when the dinosaurs come back. But
all of us have done
the
a time
rest of it's
capsule.
gone.
All of us have done a time capsule, probably in the same grade because we went to the same school. So what are the odds they're actually burying this and not just throwing it away and be like, yep, we put like our 70th time capsule in the same spot in the front yard. No one's digging these up. I'm not going back to see what we did.
No. Real time
like-
capsules are called storage lockers, right?
People's
hey, this
gas
asshole
is
didn't pay. Let's see what's in here.
Yeah, true.
Junk. It's all junk.
they hit a gas line. It's people's gas. It's just like, this is all fucked.
Ray the gas. We hit a gas line.
My wife is home. To answer your question, there are many sites. I mean, the U.S. government. I mean, you could buy like gold and silver, and it's stamped.
Cameron,
with,
you
like,
can name a
seals.
star after yourself. You can throw money wherever the fuck you want.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's
Well,
right.
these are things that have a monetary value outside of like our actual. Like, I mean, they hold like a weight.
You don't think you
a
can
form
sell
of
your
currency.
star once you own it?
So where are you going?
Okay,
you're
well,
going to buy.
let us
You're going to
know.
buy like a Clydesdale, and you're like, I'd like to buy this Clydesdale for 1 pound of silver.
Doesn't owning
It's
now,
more so that if the U.S. if any dollar fails, I have a bunch of silver that one I'm going to beat you to death with.
He's been
inside of a
watching
tube
so
sock,
much Discovery
and then
Plus. It's crazy.
I'm gonna feel this one. When the dollar fails, you're gonna have a lot of gold that people want.
Yeah.
Like why you want that heat? Is that worth it?
Yeah.
You
Now
didn't hear my
this
threats,
is out
Jordan.
on maybe the most popular podcast
Yeah.
around.
I'm going to put my ingots in tube socks,
Co-host
swing them
Cameron
around,
Jones
and take you
has
assholes
gold.
out as you come at me.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I would probably, I'm thinking that we should all invest in water and wells someday. Actually,
that seemed pretty important.
You know what's one of the scary conspiracy I've heard? Billionaires are buying up farmland throughout the United States, like at an alarming rate. What
does that mean?
We don't know. I don't know. But like private farms are disappearing, but they're all becoming.
I mean,
like,
if you want to get into some conspiracy stuff,
We
it'll
don't.
get us taken down.
We
Jordan,
don't.
what
We
did you
don't.
do,
Sorry.
Jordan?
That
It's
one
the
just
fact
caught
that
my
our food reserves are going down, and it's like we're losing water supply. and our
Well,
whole
when I
food
say
supply is being
billionaires, it's
controlled
like
now.
name above the title. The ones we know, you know what I mean? Like you're not Bezos; they're all dealing with space and stuff. But your billionaires that we grew up with like
the
Warren
Koch
Buffett
brothers and the Warren Buffetts and the Rockefellers and your
Anyway,
old timey.
My guess is nothing.
The Van
They're up
Anders.
to no good. The Van Anders.
When are they, Jordan? When are they up to good? No, you can buy gold for cash. I mean, there are places that just melt.
here we
Wait a
gold
second.
and
Are you now talking about those commercials like Cash for Gold? Is that what you're talking to?
Well, you're just acting like you can't easily, accessibly buy gold and silver from someone swarthy
Hold
in a
on,
shop
hold on.
somewhere, and it's very accessible.
These
is
are
all
like
I'm
these
saying.
commercials you see at like 2 a.m. where you can blow up like a huge bubble with a straw that doesn't pop. You remember those like Nickelodeon like big bubbles?
Yeah.
This is Cameron trying to
All
buy
I'm
some
saying is
silver
you
You're
guys
and
are
doing
gold.
acting
this
like
for
there aren't
when
a bunch
the
of-
dollar collapses, right?
No, I'm doing it because it looks cool, and I want a safe full of treasure.
It does seem.
Oh,
cool. It really
treasure's
does. It
different
really
from gold. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's going to be silver and gold bars, and then
Yeah,
maybe
but
some
once you go from gold and precious metals and you start calling it treasure, you're just one step away from burying it.
Because baby, you're missing the next
Yeah,
part.
you're one step away from a map.
Because my fiance and I have also looked on these jewelry stores and just buying some rubies, buying some other just precious
Rubies,
stones,
son of a gun.
just to throw in the safe.
This is unrelated to that, but I've been looking at like $6,000 watches a lot lately.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we're about the age where you start looking at boats, watches,
Boats.
random shit, random
I'm
shit.
so
we shouldn't
far away
be.
from both.
He went from a way you can travel to just an accessory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Just a-
it's the
just
time.
a
It's the
boat.
time and age, Jordan. What we're doing.
So I'm gonna share this now. This is a visual thing for Cameron and Mark, but they can describe what they're seeing now. Got
Is it
the
the
snow.
watch?
No, it's not a watch.
Okay,
We
I
got the
was about to say.
snowstorm. Check out your phones. Some
not be
people
a
stayed
dick.
in. Some people. It is not a dick. I'd say if anything, it's. I don't know. I didn't have a joke there. I was gonna say. cock.
You sent it.
Yeah. I saw this happening outside my window today.
Oh my God! No way.
I swear to God. Yeah. For the
A
listeners.
cross country seer.
Yeah, for the people out there in the audioverse, it is someone just cross country skiing down the middle of Jordan's Road in
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yep. Just noon o'clock today.
You know what that reminds me of? Have you seen that? It's definitely a viral video, but it's like a newscast of these winter runners. It's
Oh,
late.
it's
It's
my
late at
favorite.
night.
It's my favorite.
And they're like, oh, why are we running out here? It's because the snow, it makes it less impactful on our knees, and it's just it's so beautiful. And they kind of cast they pan to them running away, and she just falls on her ass.
It's instant karma for smugness. First of all, who would talk to the news in the morning that's out like talking about the weather, and then who would be so smug about running? It's one of the few times I've believed in God. I'm like, oh, a God exists. Like this happens such instantaneously. I believe in a God. So this is a little trickle down to from like, we got the movie podcast. I just wanted to bring it up since today is such a snow day.
Right.
Favorite snow movie, if you can think of one. It could be
because you said it. The first thing off the top of my head is Snow Day.
Snow Day.
Okay,
yeah.
Sure.
So,
okay.
Honestly, I just saw it on like, for some reason I watched it on like ABC, like with commercials and everything.
Nice.
Like,
I haven't seen it in years.
I sat through it like.
If I was to catch it, I'd like to catch it in a TV syndication thing where I can catch some commercials and it feels a little nostalgic. So that's the way to do it.
There was something sweet about growing up in our time. Like, you couldn't stream everything. You had to rent it. Like the Sunday night movie on ABC or NBC. It was like a deal.
Just catching it.
Yeah.
Or like, shit, I just had Burger King. I got to take a piss real quick before Doug comes on.
True.
That's true.
Really time that out.
You got to time it out for sure.
To your Storm question, the mini-series, the Stephen King series, Storm of the Century. Again, that's kind of because our mom and she watches
shout out
it
to
every
Nitty
storm.
Jones, yeah.
But I do watch Storm of the Century.
It's a true life story of Day After Tomorrow is a good one.
Yeah.
Is that Gyllenhaal?
Sure is.
It is, yeah.
Emmy Rossum,
Also is. I love that movie. Jordan talked some shit on it not too long ago in a podcast.
Well, because he likes libraries, and you have to burn some books, to stay alive sometimes.
Oh, I love a good book burning.
Do you?
Love it. Only good book is a burnt book. No, I kid that people out there. I don't like burning books, but
sure.
If you got to in a pen, in the end of the world scenario,
burn flags. Never mind.
Burn anything that get my hands on.
I'm going to stop this and move on.
Yeah. Take that out, Cameron. I know this is our free flowing run.
Oh, I'm not editing shit.
Oh, do you want to hear a sneaky good snow movie though? Even though it's not my favorite movie, but I think this will hit with you two, and then I'll get off movies. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, good snow movie.
Oh yeah, it really
good
is all
movie set of snow. Yeah.
I mean, kind of like if you just have it on in the background, Polar Express is just a good snow visual.
Yeah, that movie's great, except when you watch it and listen to it. But in the background,
exactly. That's why I said background. Funny enough, right now, Nicole just put on some fireplaces on the TV, and we have a fake fireplace in our room now, so that's just going.
Ooh, I'm big sick into like
what do they call
soft
it?
Jazz.
The Yule log. You got the Yule log on right now?
I got a couple of those. Yeah. They're nice. They're real nice.
Not a log, but All right.
I do have a couple TikTok facts I came across. This is kind of from our Highwire podcast, but there's one I really wanted to bring up. For the first time in history, a 13-year-old Girl Scout, Danielle Lee, is the first Girl Scout to post up outside of a weed dispensary. And she sold out of 117 boxes of cookies in under 2 hours.
Cool.
It's a Girl Scout record, I think, for selling out. And why has no one else posted up in front of a dispensary yet?
That's just cookies? Smart placement. I think post up is a little egregious to.
It's business. She's a businesswoman. That's what she did.
Little Mark. Elizabeth out there, on the corner. It's
her name is Danielle Lee. Mark, get it right.
It does sound like a porn
I've got questions on it. How high are you when you go into a weed store? Probably not super high, right? Because you need
hit or miss. Usually I'm re-upping, and I didn't start the day by not having fun.
You don't want to be hungry when you go grocery shopping, right?
That's true. You don't want to be high. You overbuy.
Exactly.
I love going to the grocery store because I come out with everything I want.
Well, even to counter that though, like even beyond that, like I don't. If I'm coming out with product, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna want those cookies when I get home. Like,
so the joke would be like to go outside like a Weight Watchers or something like that. We're overweight. Well, like Eating People Anonymous or like Overeating Anonymous, something like that.
Yeah,
Jordan goes into a dispensary sober and still comes out with zebra cake somehow.
Zebra cake's underrated. I've had a little bit of a sweet tooth lately. Just Danishes. I've really been in the mood for Danish.
I'm Danish, right?
I do. That's why I brought it up. It was a leading question. Tell me about the Danish life. Tell me a day in the Danish life.
We're light. We're fluffy.
We're
sometimes creamy.
This is not Girl Scout cookie related, but I'm thinking about getting back into the weed game. I know you guys never left it, and you might, you live that life.
Oh, good for you. It's legal and accessible, but very expensive in this state. But
I don't know if it's gonna just make me hate hanging out with myself, but we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, which way? Like edibles, flowers, tinctures, oils. What are we thinking?
I'm thinking I'd like to. I don't like to eat it because it's a pacing game, right? And I don't.
It's a tough. Even I don't like that. Yeah, it's tough.
It's a hard measurement game, but I'm usually looking to go a little overboard, so I can pretty much always get there.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to get there though. I guess what I'm trying to do is have the equivalent of like a 3-drink buzz, but with weed. I don't want to get wasted.
So that's I think like 1 or 2 hits from like a bowl or something.
Yeah.
I know, but I just don't think I'm going to smoke enough to have a bowl. But you're saying that's the economical choice?
Buy a little small bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buy a little.
I'll keep you guys posted on the next episode how that goes.
In fact, never mind. I have a spare little hitter box with like the fake cigarette and stuff. I'll just set you up.
Yeah, just set me up, and I'll do it once. I'm like, God damn it, I hate smoking weed.
And then you can give it back to me because I've never used it before. I'm waiting to break it out.
What's funny is like weed is legal here in Illinois now, but still smoking out of like a little like fake cigarette hitter box still seems like.
Yeah,
so
I don't know why. It's so funny.
Yeah. It's like, why do they still sell those?
In my head, and this isn't the way I would do it, I just want to smoke a joint.
That can be done. Yeah. You can very easily buy a pre-roll. We'll just hit it and then quit it and then throw it away.
Maybe I'll start doing that. I'll let you guys know. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, they can be cheap too. Maybe, you know what? I'll buy you one next time we hang out. Nicole's going to be gone for the next week, and I'll come hang out with you.
All right, cool. I'll
this
be
is
here.
A TikTok headline that I didn't look into. Mark, could you get your phone ready on Google? I need you to look this up. The Texas butthole licker. No, sorry.
Stop.
The Texas butthole tickling bandit.
I can't look this up, dude. I'm actually on a list. I can't look this up. Texas butthole licker. Actually, I can.
No, sorry, not liquor. The Texas butthole tickling bandit has been captured by police. What was his crime?
I think he was touching people's
Well, I'm
assholes.
not from Texas, but
I don't know what the crime is. Was he sneaking into people's homes? Was he doing this out in public?
Wait, this is on Snopes. I'm on Snopes. It says false.
Okay.
Booty tickler
false.
Arrested in Texas.
Booty tickler.
Fake news.
See, Mark, and that's why I have you to vet my TikTok facts in this segment.
So
I love that you're on somehow 2016 TikToks. When it didn't even exist.
I don't know, man. People are. You know how many vines I get on TikTok still? Of people being like, "Remember that?" Half of people's counting are just putting the old internet back up on the new thing.
You know, you know what's nice though about today's day and age. 3 years ago, if you heard of a butthole bandit, they wouldn't look like a tickler. They wouldn't look like a bandit. But now everybody has to wear a face covering that they very they're a predator, but they might look more stereotypically like a bandit. If there's a silver lining.
Tickling.
Oh no, I don't think he didn't get caught, so he's still at large, just out there tickling assholes.
No, they got him. Cops got him. But back to
which
TikTok,
I think in this day and age we have to say we're anti-asshole tickling.
Yeah, 100%.
Just put it out
we're
there.
anti-non-consensual.
Non-consensual. We're pro-consensual ass tickling. We're against.
What about
consensual ass tickling? Straight.
No, never mind. That's fun. Yeah. That's fun.
Another thing.
Mark just said it in his head. He's like, no. I better stop right there.
Mark, you have a mustache right now. Your face can't look that sly ever again when talking about butthole tickling.
I need you to.
He did a little of this move. He's like, you know what?
I'm looking at a mustache right now.
Yeah, you are. Goddamn right you are. Another thing that keeps popping up on my TikTok that I do love are those if you were a 90s kid where it just goes through commercials and toys and stuff from the time. Do you guys remember those wrestling dolls, those wrestling buddies?
The stretch out ones?
No, not those ones. They were just
Stretch Armstrong?
They were like a little pillow?
Yeah, it was like a pillow wrestling guy. I totally forgot about that until one of these TikToks popped up. But it's usually just things from kindergarten, like those butterflies that would pop out you'd catch with a net, things of that nature.
Wait. Explain this a little further, because right off the fart of the asshole tickling. I just need a little more explanation. I
took it back to TikTok, and when they give those, if you're 90s kids are like, do you remember when they just kind of do nostalgic things? And I've just been getting a lot of those in my feed, so it's just kind of bringing up some of those 90s toys that I remember.
I remember Mouse Hunt. I guess I don't
that's
remember
the wrestling buddy. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I completely forgot those guys existed until this TikTok popped up the other day. So I do appreciate them for that. Half the time they're like, oh yeah, but sometimes they're really like, oh yeah, that thing.
You know what makes me feel nostalgic as fuck, and I think it's supposed to be? There's a Little Dicky song before he was famous, just like a YouTube recording of growing up in the 90s. That just gets the shit out of me.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you said that to me at one point.
He talks about like N64 and that type of shit.
He talks like Sega Genesis, like NBA, like fashion trends. I'll YouTube it to you if you want to like cry like yourself to sleep. It's just so touching. It's growing up in the 90s.
I can do that on my own. I've got my own ways to
do that. What are those ways, Mark?
Sega Dreamcast, actually.
Oh, Sega Dreamcast was the biggest tease in the world. It was
what a flop.
It just sucked. Did you guys ever play it?
Yeah, of course we did.
I had one, right? We could delete some, or we can like beep some of these names out. But Jonathan had one, and I'd play like
Crazy Taxi or whatever.
Crazy Taxi.
It's the only fucking game that existed.
Dude. Also, or like I am Simpsons. Editing, and I will not be doing anything. So
that's fine. If he's not listening to this.
True.
So it's
just
fine.
Heads up if you do need something bleeped out. I ain't gonna do it.
That's fine. That's fine.
So take out all that ass tickling stuff.
Not happening. It's all in.
We're on newgrounds.com a lot. That's fine. It was fine.
Oh wait, what did you just say? It actually got me. Speaking of retro games, funny enough. This happens every once in a while, but the game Spyro the Dragon, I think this is already pretty old, but they redid it. It's the exact same. It just looks a little crisp. It's not as pixelated. And I've just been living in the past again, playing Spyro 1 the past week, and it's been really magical.
If I were to do a retro, and that seems like a loose term for what I'm about to suggest, but I'd like to hit up some Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, they have those things. I have Crash Bandicoot.
Is that Activision, Cameron?
No.
Someone just bought Activision. I think Microsoft just bought Activision.
Spyro's a couple. Actually, it might be. I can't remember anymore. You and me were talking about this the other day off air.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out like what that umbrella was. Yeah.
Tony Hawk Games? Are Tony Hawk Games Activision?
I can see the logo. Like
maybe the Tony Hawk
feels like it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna take a pee, but talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
Mark, what topics do you have here? Because I do have some news stories, but I'm curious what you got.
I have something. Now, so I saw a commercial, Cameron. I don't want to bring this up necessarily in vain, but I know your cereal milk was a tough thing.
That was our thing. You act like you weren't a part of cereal milk.
I was on the wayside. It was you and Chris.
You were part of the theme song. I've never seen someone step a hard. Okay, what?
No, cereal milk.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. For those out there, we had a product that we were going to put on Shark Tank. It was like a protein shake in the morning. That was like a breakfast shake, and it was going to be your flavors of your favorite cereals. But Mark apparently wasn't a part of that idea. Go on.
Wow. I'm glad you're.
Have to catch up the audience.
So I was watching football nonchalantly. Mm-hmm. And I saw a Google commercial where
nonchalantly. How so? Just okay. Never mind. Go on.
Yeah, just nonchalantly. Yeah, you know how you watch football nonchalantly. And I saw this commercial from Google where they hummed into the phone about a song that.
Oh, your idea.
This is my idea. I swear to God.
Here's the thing, though. This isn't new technology. There's been whistle things and sing. There's been things like this.
No, there literally have not. It's been.
So describe this further. It would be
Shazam.
Like,
okay, so when you want to find a song, Shazam, like you can put your phone up to the speaker and be like, "What song is this?" It's Shazam. I wanted to do where like you hear a song in your head, and you can hum into the phone, and it tells you what song that might be. Like where it's like. Oh, what's a song that goes like this? Na 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 na. I don't know. I'm doing Lady Gaga all the time, but na 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 na.
Just her ballads, though. None of the pop songs.
It's literally called Google Hum now, and they have that. It exists. They stole that from me.
You had that idea, but it took Google to make drunk assholes like you be going na 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 for them to find those songs. You know what I mean?
So who do I have to be a part of? Nokia? What do I have to do?
We don't have the computing power. You could have sold that idea to Google, maybe. You know,
I could have. I called them twice.
Oh, sounds like you gave him the idea, Mark.
This is the guy that just moments ago was saying that I'm going to invest in gold and fine metals. That's telling you, it's like, no, I know. I'm saying you're getting reprimanded by him.
yeah, that's tough. That's a
no, I'm telling you.
Okay, it is an investment, but I just want a fucking treasure. Is it so bad that I want to put some of my money into something nice looking, Jordan.
And Jordan, what's fun about a treasure? It's fun to look for it.
It's really, eventually you're going to be like, it's so simple just having it in the room. Maybe I put this in the backyard. Maybe I put it somewhere else. I don't know.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to put it like in a back closet or a hidden wall or behind a painting.
You know what my problem is with any automated thing, voice recording, or if you could hum? Sure. I mumble so much and I hum and sing and whistle so poorly. Actually, I whistle okay. It's not picking it up.
See, that was the problem with Mark's idea that like we never would have been able to get that technology to work, but Google did it because they have a lot going on. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it didn't come from Google. It came from some company that knew how to do it. And Google's like, we will buy you now. You're now Google.
So I guess Mark, again, could have sold the idea, but he first would have needed
He could have, sure, yeah.
But I think he needed maybe the prototype and more of the technology than just the idea.
I have no way of making boatloads of money, but maybe, I just need to make a little money. I don't even,
I'd like even just like a canoe full would be great.
Of money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much that's worth.
If we're talking boat sizes of money, I'll take a canoe. I guess I'll take smaller kayak full of money.
I don't have Shazam on my phone, but there was an all-time toe tapper. Okay. Meg and I were doing a lot of shopping leading up to the wedding for like engagement pictures and stuff, and we were like in every mall around the tri-state area or the greater Chicago area, and we were in an Express. And this real toe tapper came on, and Megan and I are like, you know what? This is a real good song. It was real techno-y, but it was like a toe tapper. Neither of us remembered what it was. I'm like, we got to write it down. We got to write down some of these lyrics so we can find it.
Could have been Tayo Cruz.
Could have been. I don't know.
Could have been Tayo Cruz. Dynamite.
But I'll tell you what, we got busy shopping for like clothes, and we forgot about it.
Should have Shazammed.
I should have done it right then. And you know what I did? I never found that song, but I did go to Spotify Express playlist and listen to like 1,000 songs trying to find it, and I never fucking did.
So and you could have come up with M Nuts Hum.
But also, yeah.
M Nuts Hum.
I would have loved that. But I was so far away from remembering anything about the song. I'm like, what was it? Like,
you want to know the cool thing, though? As a band that's had our music placed in similarly just like whatever places, that's the dream, brother, that someone hears it and is like, who is that?
Oh, yeah, that'd be huge. Like, yeah. And then they go and listen to your works and be like, I like these motherfuckers.
Playing in the background of a Journeys, but you don't guess what?
Yeah, but no one wants to say, hey, no one wants to be like caught saying like, hey, Siri, like, who is this?
Yeah, idiot? That's true.
In like an American Eagle. Could you?
It's written by the song by the American Eagle Corporation.
Turns out it's just Imagine Dragons. You're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, God damn it. When I worked at Arazu, so many people, we just play like, Spotify or whatever. Or Pandora, and it'd be obviously like Latin music, and somebody like a patron would be like, oh, I love this music, who is it? I'm like, I don't know, man, do you want an empanada?
Yeah, it's Bad Bunny. He's actually Puerto Rican.
Everything's Bad Bunny. Everything you've heard the last hour is Bad Bunny.
It's Bad Bunny.
It has been for the last 4 years.
It's just a Bad Bunny playlist, guys. Do you want an empanada or
not? Why would you come up to me?
I have a alarming news.
Okay.
This is not breaking news, but Little Caesars hot and ready pizza prices have increased from $5 to not $5, like $7.
Okay.
I mean, that's a whole thing. There's like the whole thing.
I don't think they should be allowed to go to double digits. It could be $9.99 at the most.
I'll agree.
That's tough, dude. That's tough. That's like Domino's. What are we doing? It's got to be $5 hot and readies. No?
I thought it was wait. Say that again one more time. The headline. The
headline is Little Caesars hot and ready pizzas, which always used to be $5 a large pizza.
Right.
Have now increased.
Oh yeah, I did read that. Yeah.
Now increased. I don't know to what price, but now even $7 seems egregious.
You're speaking to someone who frequents Little Caesars too, but here's the thing. It is still dirt cheap compared to every other pizza, and I'm terrified of what the ingredients are made of.
Yeah, but now what are we doing? Like, what's the guy's name from Subway? Jared something?
Vogel?
Yeah, he's doing Jared bad Vogel. Stuff. I think he's doing 10 to 20.
Let me not talk about Jared Vogel, but $5 foot long is a catchy beat. You can't do $7 foot long.
Okay, $5 foot long if you don't get anything on it or.
But they can still say, hey, we're like $10 cheaper than everybody else.
Now we're okay, fine. we're now a society that just doesn't accept $5.
Little Caesar was an emperor, and then in the movie Home Alone, Little Nero's, was that a little pun on Little Caesars? And I just realized it now.
Maybe, or it is a thing where they're making a
Nero's like an empire as well, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Okay, whatever. This isn't going anywhere. Dead air.
No. I'm actually curious. Do you know anything about the Roman Empire?
While you do your research here, I got a news story coming from AP News.
Nero, just a Roman Empire.
Nero?
Is what it's called, yeah. And then Caesar is, Greek Empire?
Son of a gun. Jordan was right.
The more you know. This is coming from AP News. This is a record.
Caesar might have just also been Roman. Sorry, go ahead, Cameron. That's all I'm gonna.
Record-setting lightning strike crossed
12 pizzas, $10 a piece. Little Nero's in 1992. We just did that podcast just for $120 for 10 pizzas. That makes sense. $12 pizza. Pay the man, motherfucker. All right, Cameron. What were you saying?
I don't even care anymore.
No, I'm listening. Let's do it.
I'm done. I'm done with
He's done. You totally, you
From AP News, January 31st, we have record-setting lightning strike crossed 3 states.
What does that even mean?
Meaning the strike was one bolt that crossed the distance of 3 states.
Wait, what?
Are you fucking kidding me?
That doesn't even make sense.
Let's press the button.
I thought you meant there was like a million lightning strikes in a certain area. You're saying one lightning strike stretched 3 states.
One continuous big bolt was 3 states long across like the clouds. And
what was it, like Delaware, Maryland, and like you know what I mean?
Stop! Don't stop.
Are we talking plain states? We talking
sorry
Texas?
to our East Coast listeners. Sorry to our East Coast
listeners. I am trying, but it is not loading right now. So that's all I can tell you.
Couldn't have been Iowa, right? Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what. I don't know if this is specifically the same.
Here's why it wasn't. Because AP just corrected themselves and are issuing an apology.
Son of a gun. So Snopes just had their ass.
On January 31st, the story about the longest lightning flash on record, the Associated Press erroneously reported that the bolt was cloud to cloud several thousand feet above the ground. And so I
lightning flash.
I don't even know anymore.
Turns out it was just a American Gladiators girl who just flashed herself across all these Midwestern states.
Well,
big lightning flash.
You're talking about thunder, lightning, bolt, blaze, just showing.
Blaze.
Just show. Sorry, it came out the way it did. We're not editing, so I just got to eat that. And that's why those humming apps don't ever hear what I'm saying.
Well, I would figure that out. I would work with,
I don't know if this is a record,
people.
but in the mourning process of such fallen celebrities like Meatloaf, we went down I Would Do Anything for Love rabbit hole, Cameron, Mark, and myself, after our last podcast. And identical music videos are I Would Do Anything for Love by Meatloaf, and then It's All Coming Back to
Me Now. Celine Dion.
The Celine Dion, and that's where the lightning was, Cameron. It was in their 2 states.
There were nights of endless pleasure. Hey, Cameron, didn't you figure out why he wouldn't do anything for love?
Well, I found this also TikTok news. It's because the lines before are like, I'll never love anybody. Oh, yeah, the lines leading up before are like, I'll never love anybody better than you. I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. So it's all lines being like, I'll never forget you, babe.
I won't love anybody more?
Yeah, they're all lines like that leading up to, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do the thing I said in the line previous to this one.
So it's not anything promiscuous.
But I have listened to the song many times now since then. I believe so. But I've listened to the songs many times with you guys, and it's not that clear because sometimes there's a lot of gaps and lines in between the thing he says and then the I won't do that. So it's kind of hard to piece together still, if you ask me.
He's kicking snow on his footsteps for sure. He's trying to cover up some shit.
Yeah, I don't believe in it. So AP News is going to have a little rebuttal here because I have another news story for him. This is the oldest living fish in captivity. Meet Methuselah. It is a 90-year-old fish in a San Francisco museum.
And when they reached out to the fish, does the fish have a name?
Methuselah, I just said that.
Yeah, when reached out, Methuselah was quoted as saying, "Kill me, please, kill me. I've lived in captivity my whole life.
It was in sonar.
Get me out of this hell."
It was quite clearly
the oldest fish before that was at Shedd Aquarium in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Its name is Grandad, and in 2017, it died at the age of 95. So we have the record. Well, it's still the oldest. It was It's 95. That was the oldest living fish, so it has 5 years to go to beat that record.
They named him Granddad at like 29 years old.
Yeah. Because at that time,
they thought it was going to die any day.
The oldest living fish at 29.
The life expectancy of a beluga whale is 29 years old.
I do remember being at either the Sheds or the Lincoln Park Zoo, and it shows like what the life expectancy is in captivity versus the wild.
Yeah.
And there's so many animals that life expectancy in captivity is like 20 years, but in the wild it's like 6 days. They're gonna get eaten by something pretty goddamn quick.
Or they're just putting that on everything.
No, 6 days. 6 days is an overestimation, but it's like a few years.
Yeah, or they're putting that on everything that would be living to like 80 and be like, yeah, this only lives like 20 out there, but we treat it real good.
Or you can have some turtle bites down in our concession stand.
I love turtle bites.
Funny enough, the only other news story I have is that it got real cold in Florida and all iguanas are falling from trees and hurting people.
Oh, that's not good.
What's crazy is these like southern states that like just
little frost and they shut down for
they
good.
Don't have the
Texas, Oklahoma, they just freak out when this shit happens when like it dips below 32.
Our good friend and guitar player Chris Reimer is from South Carolina, and I remember when he would go there and they'd get like an inch of snow. He's like, oh, well, can't really do anything right now because the city can't handle this because we don't have like any snow trucks and everything's just too dangerous to go out.
That is one of the benefits of living in a city like Chicago. One, it obviously has the infrastructure for snow, but you can take the train, you can take a bus, you can walk. You're not just trapped in your car like a lot of cities in America.
Yeah, I took an Uber to work and I took the bus home from work, so.
Yeah, because you know what? Car's going to have to thaw itself out and melt out. You just can't give it up. Otherwise, you might have to call it.
It's a fucking igloo.
That was a pretty big downside that I will say, though. I worked at some jobs that during blizzards in the past.
Cameron, we got a ghost situation.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I got a.
Cameron's door just creeped open in the most, stereotypical
he's into Discovery Plus ghost shit.
To make it creepier, I turned around and my fiance is crawling on the ground right now trying to stay out of frame, so it's way scarier in person.
Cameron, your fiance's been dead for 20 years.
That really got me. That really got me.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Just Ghost 101's happening.
I live on the Travel Channel, so I do know a lot about it.
Would you spend the night in a haunted XYZ for a night?
Yeah, for one night.
A haunted what?
Just a house, XYZ, fill in the blank. Hotel.
Obviously, the most comfortable would be a hotel.
No.
But let's up it from hotel, prison, asylum, something like that. A little less,
Okay,
homey.
here's the thing. If it's still, I want to stay in something that's still like a house. Like I don't want to stay in an abandoned like hospital that has like peeling paint and like mold and stuff.
Yeah.
But if it has
for sure.
Because even if that's not haunted, it's scary.
It's gross too. Like
because it's vacant and there's squatters and there's
if it's a functioning establishment and it has amenities, I'll stay there. But I don't also want to do any sort of haunted woods where I'm in a tent. It's at all Blair Witchy.
Oh, fuck that.
No, I don't want to do anything like that.
So I feel like those have like a similar vibe where like someone's gonna fuck with you.
The tent,
like, if you stay at a haunted hotel or a haunted hospital, someone's gonna come over the intercom and like someone's gonna do something to like scare you.
Or you're gonna be looking for it so much anyway that you probably don't even have to. That people are gonna find
you don't even have to.
One of the scariest nights of my life, like scariest sleeps, I could not get to bed. We went on a family vacation and we went through New Orleans on the way home from Florida.
Yeah.
So we went on a walk-in ghost tour, which was awesome
really
at the time. And I re-went with Megan and I
re-went with my lady.
Yeah, no, they're fun. It's essentially a history tour, but of the city, New Orleans, but they tell ghost stories. And that night, I could not get to sleep because any creak, any sound, I'm like, ghost. But now that I'm 35, I'm like, it's just drunk people that were at our hotel, like coming back at like 2 a.m. Like coming through the halls. But I could not get to sleep that. Yeah. When you get drunk and come home and you're like, oh.
Those Creole drunks.
That's all I got to say about that.
I have. Sorry, Cameron, what were you going to say?
The most scared trying to fall asleep I've ever been still is our trip to Colorado when we took an absurd amount of edibles and we were on the side of a mountain in complete darkness because we didn't make it to the campsite.
This might be a whole other story.
We couldn't light a fire.
But you're also misusing the word scared when you should be using paranoid.
Oh, yeah.
There's just difference.
Well, no, Jordan, we were paranoid, but we were also terrified because we were on the side of a mountain, like on snow on a mountain without a fire because we might accidentally start like a forest fire.
Isn't it just lucky you didn't start a fire and start a forest fire?
Or get eaten by bears.
Are we getting into this right now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, do we have to tell the story?
Nah. Thanks for tuning in to our first episode of Urban Hermit. More to come in the future. We'll probably get, some more categories and a little more system to this, but hopefully you enjoy our banter and more to come.
More to come.